Well, it's 2019, and a lot has changed with the White Yeti. Let's talk about it. As you guys know, I've been up until now using a 4790 processor and Corsair Vengeance LP. I think it was Corsair Vengeance LP RAM, 16 gigabytes, and all that other stuff and everything. But very recently, and as I've been doing more things on stream, such as running multiple cameras and doing more browser sources and playing more and more intense games, Apex Legends, I've really started to feel like that I've really outgrown a lot of the hardware that was in the White Yeti. And it started to get to the point where stream was just looking like stream was just getting laggy. And, you know, the performance that I was used to having was just starting to diminish over, you know, stream after stream. And you have to think about the fact that I stream like 5 days a week, you know, for the last, 4 years I've been streaming on Twitch, and maybe like 3 of those I actually had this particular computer. And I felt like there was really time for the White Yeti to get an upgrade, but at the time, parts were really super expensive, and I just wasn't, you know, I had a donation go on my stream for a long time, and thanks to a friend, thank you, my friend Jenny, who helped out get some of the parts, I've been able to upgrade the White Yeti to something a little bit more powerful, and I've got a lot more RAM than I did starting out. The White Yeti hasn't changed too much in the sense that it has a lot of the same parts. Where I'm still using a 980 Ti. I still have my Elgato HE60 Pro capture card. And I think there's I still have my USB 3.0 expansion card for some internal USB stuff, mainly just the LED lighting and such. And I have a lot of peripheral devices hooked up to the back of the White Yeti looks ridiculous. It's crazy what's plugged into it. And so after getting the parts, as you guys know, I did a live stream of rebuilding the White Yeti, and I'll show some like sped up footage of that, you know, and here somewhere and stuff. And I'll also probably upload that speed build as a separate video by itself after this video releases. And of course, the usual glamour footage that I usually take with my computer. But what has changed is the motherboard, processor, and definitely the RAM. So right now I've gone from a Intel 4790 Corsair Vengeance LP RAM and a Asus Z87-A to an AMD Ryzen 2700, an Asus ROG Strix X470-F gaming motherboard, and at the time I was actually using, and I actually wish I had the box in front of me, but I was using G.Skill's Trident Z RGB RAM that was a speed of 2933. But I actually ended up having to switch that RAM out because, and unfortunately, I kind of wish I had known this sooner. First of all, that particular RAM is actually not certified for this Asus board, which I didn't know upon buying the RAM because my friend Jenny bought the motherboard and RAM for me. And then she and I kind of went back and forth a little bit on Discord, and I was like, yeah, this RAM isn't actually the right RAM. So I still have that RAM actually sitting in its original box and stuff, which is fine because at least I have some backup RAM if I ever need to troubleshoot something, which is great. But I actually went and bought Corsair Vengeance RGB RAM, and I was noticing that I was still having a little bit of performance issue in the sense that for whatever reason, games like Apex and other similar games and OBS were using like beyond 16 gigs of RAM, as well as having like my browser sources and OBS, because you know OBS has to open up its own browser sources, and then I had another browser open for when I'm looking at notifications out of Streamlabs's recent events list or whatever. So I went and bought another set of RGB, Corsair RGB RAM, the Vengeance RGB set, to upgrade the White Yeti to literally 32 gigabytes. So 16 cores and 32 gigabytes is quite a lot. But the benefits of it have been absolutely phenomenal. So that's kind of what the majority of the White Yeti has like really like changed and stuff. Performs a lot better. I can look up some of the benchmark scores and just throw them up on screen because I don't have the text doc open in front of me. But yeah, this is just kind of like I guess a shorter than I thought video of the White Yeti and things that have changed with it. I will probably be good with this setup for hopefully a couple years to come. The cool part is too, Asus actually released a BIOS update to support the next 3000 series AMD processors. So I'm actually, as the phrase goes, future-proofed for whatever AMD decides to release next. So this board is actually probably going to last me quite a while, and I'm still not even done like really. I have an entire roadmap that includes getting a water cooler because I'm using the stock Wraith cooler. I plan to add 2 M.2 SSDs for editing and rendering, so I get some fast speed storage, as well as the other thing that changed about the White Yeti. Now, as you guys may know, I usually use conventional hard drives, but one of the other pitfalls of the system was actually the C drive, which was on a standard 1 terabyte, RAID 1, 1 terabyte hard drive setup, and there's something kind of annoying with Windows 10 and its like caching, like its page file stuff, where there was like some serious bottlenecks with rendering, especially videos out of Vegas, where like the RAM cache would fill up and then closing the page file for Vegas Pro would take like almost an eternity. So I actually went out and bought a Samsung 860 EVO 1 terabyte, and I'm not doing a RAID this time. So it's just set up in its normal, I think it's called AHCI mode, for those of you who might know what that is. It's just a standard way of how, like, it's just a standard way of connecting to a hard drive. But anyway, those are some of the major parts that have changed about the White Yeti. I'm still using conventional hard drives for rendering and editing. My edit drive is also my game drive, so that's a 4 terabyte hard drive that all my games and edits are stored on. And I don't remember what other storage I had on my computer, but those are some of the roadmap things that I plan to do with the White Yeti. But for right now, those are some of the major upgrades. I just kind of make a little video talking about it and stuff. I'll be filming some stock video, some B-roll, so you guys can kind of see how nice and everything that it looks and stuff. But yeah, that was kind of it. I just wanted to make like a little video just talking about the changes and some improvements that I felt like that I saw with my computer and reasons for upgrading. I know some people might be like 32 gigs is kind of overkill, but I mean, to each their own. I just feel like for the workloads that I'm putting my computer through, that much RAM was really needed, and the benefits have been super nice. The only thing is that the RAM is like, it's running in dual channel mode. I thought it was quad, but it's only dual apparently for the AMD side, unless you're using Threadripper. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, just drop them in the comment section down below. I usually do reply to those as I can. Otherwise, come see the performance of the computer. I want to say, if you ever watch me play Apex Legends and you see it lag, it's not because my video card is bad, it's because Windows is bad about handling full screen applications, and that's a whole nother discussion entirely. But otherwise, the computer runs very, very smooth and runs really super nice. So thank you guys so much for watching, and otherwise, I'll see you at my streams at twitch.tv/Grow21 or on Twitter @_Grow21. And yeah, that's it. I'll check you guys later, and thanks for watching.